And hello everyone, welcome back. BogMod here, playing more of the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Altina's missing. Ash was under an evil curse and shot the Emperor, who's still alive and definitely not going to die. Reen refuses to bring up the curse to anybody and talk about it, even though it's been... He had it shown to him in the moment, and then he just now had a flashback about it. It's been hours later to collect his thoughts. What will happen next? Principal, Major Michael. Any news? Ash is in a coma, and the custody of the RMP. Regarding the announcement of him being a spy for the Republic, the request of the authorities rescinded their statement, but they're... Alright, so they've actually made a public statement. Interesting. No! When a crime was committed, we must assert his motive, background, and any abnormal symptoms. If by chance he was being controlled, we must determine the true culprit. Reen, again! I guarantee his safety until all the details are known. Major. Thank you. I wonder if part of the magical curse is that you can't talk about the magical curse. It's like how you can't talk about Fight Club. No one can talk about Curse Club. These are my students too. Anyway, things are becoming even more dire. Gather all students in car 3. Important announcement in car... Oh, okay. This is probably going to be that war declaration that Osborne was going to do either way. Which again, like, yeah, the spies were entirely unnecessary to the Osborne's plan. He was using it for entirely different reasons. Or he wasn't using them. They was inevitable they were going to happen. This brings me back to right before the Civil War began. Oh yeah, when the Blood and Iron Chancellor was shot. Yeah, that's why I called Ash Replacement Crow.
We cannot, we must not, and we will not. With blood and with iron, we shall mete out justice.
Then he took a bullet to the heart. Well, he didn't.
Well played, Armbrust.
Oh, you know what? That takes an interesting new meaning. Because he knew about the prophecies, he knew about the Civil War, he knew about the curses. I think he wasn't talking about... Oh. Maybe. He wasn't talking about how... how Crow had outplayed him. But more about how our Crow was playing his part. Could be. Could be, given what we know about what things are going on. Williams within 3,000. ARG! On full alert. Security airships patrolling the area too.
Dearest people of Heimdall, and all citizens of Erebonia, I am Cedric Rice Arnor, son of Emperor Eugent.
Everybody loves me. I told, and if we go to war, I will mention. I did say that it was one of those things that they weren't going to be able to stop. I mean, I'd say this is a bit public, given the scenario that they're trying to outline, but I suppose Osborne knows there's no actual danger.
The Emperor yet remains in critical condition. Needless to say, we have the most skilled doctors available to attend to him. But the situation is still dire. We would greatly appreciate if everyone would pray for Adios to see him through this. However, This incident demonstrates without a shadow of a doubt the scope of the threat looming over our nation.
So again, we still have not gotten to the part where why. Well, it's kind of been referenced. The implication that to try to thwart these things would only make things worse. But on the other hand, we know that they forced the Civil War to happen to their plans. So there's some degree to which an implication that perhaps Osborne is playing a long game to end the curse. Maybe. Which is why the Emperor probably trusts him. Because he believes he could actually succeed in it. Because otherwise, there's no... or at least mitigate it. Otherwise, there's no reason to have ever trusted him, because the curse thing was inevitable.
And the identity of the foreign power that orchestrated this tragedy.
Dun, 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 dun.
In my father's stead, as Crown Prince, I hereby entrust the fate of our nation to a man I'm sure you may all be familiar with, Chancellor Gileath Osborne. Alongside him will be Governor General Rufus Alberea, who has already proven himself instrumental in overseeing the military command center.
I am Rufus Alberea, interim representative during this period of martial law. We are still in the process of investigating the events that occurred at Valflame Palace. However, we have identified the weapon that was used. It was a handgun manufactured in the Republic of Calvard. It was a Verne Company make. It was made of a material that allowed it to pass through metal detectors without being discovered. Further, it has come to light that in the past few days, nearly 100 Calvardian spies had infiltrated Heimdall.
I mean, they were a convenient excuse.
I am Gileath Osborne, Chancellor of the Empire of Erebonia.
But I mean, even if the spies weren't there, Osborne could still set up a party. Still could have had Ash show up. And they still could have blamed it. And there's so much that they're keeping from the public.
It pains me beyond description that we can do nothing more for His Majesty than simply pray he pulls through.
But I will say this. The villains make a good speech.
My inability to prevent this tragedy leaves me shaking with shame and regret. But I ask you, is this the time to cower in our homes? To sit and wait and worry? No, it is most emphatically not.
He does a good speech.
After countless instances of military activity at our borders, our neighbor has finally become brazen enough to send spies into our capital.
Yeah, I was about to say, even ignoring the spies, Osborne could probably have spun this. Like the Emperor said. He could probably have spun it. The people might have been not quite as behind him, but I think they would have backed him on it. Especially with a curse!
And now this. The message they have sent us is clear. For hundreds of years now, they have been a menace to our nation. But this is no less than a declaration of war. We can no longer ignore the threat at our eastern borders. The Republic of Calvard.
Needless to say, we would be foolish to take such a country lightly.
It's a good thing we've been arming so much.
Their size and military might are nearly equal to our own. Therefore, in order to survive, we must make a decision.
I'm actually not convinced that their military might matches Erebonia's.
We must put aside the difference between noble and commoner, between individuals and organizations. In order to overcome this dire threat to our way of life, every citizen of Erebonia must come together as one. To enable such a feat, we will establish a new law in the coming days. It shall be known as the National Mobilization Law.
Dun, dun, dun. Of course, we learned in Chapter 4 this was already in the works. People are all in on it. See, he does a good speech. Might have taken him a little longer, but I think he could have spun things to get that kind of cheer from people. Now again, you got to be like, so are the people cheering because Erebonia is actually, you know what? They're not that much on the whole at the very final chance. Or are they cheering because they're under a curse? I assume it's a draft? Perhaps? Citizens prepare the entire country for war. People, business groups, union provinces. The state takes absolute power. This has never actually happened. It has. We used to justify things like confiscation of property and drafting. Ah, there we are. An ideal environment for a dictator. A nightmare for the people. A few ways for the government to sugarcoat it so they don't even notice. It's true. Especially if they don't actually do anything bad. Or really, really bad, because I don't think they will. So that's what they meant. The surface and what lies beneath intertwining. Just like imagine the Chancellor said. Green, you're gonna fill us in a little bit about what you talked to them about? That means Ash was a convenient pawn or a prepared sacrifice. It's all simply speculation.
Emma, Gaius.
Hey guys.
Reen, are you at camp?
We need to meet up and talk about everything that's happening, including that speech just now. Also, there are some people you need to meet.
I have no issue with it. How about you?
Very well. We'd like to know the situation ourselves. But how do we leave the camp?
Good point. I don't think the Imperial Defense Force is just gonna let us waltz out of here.
Right, but we need to find an excuse so they'll let Reen out.
Oh, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
If only Reen could teleport. That would make things a whole lot easier.
What? Is that Class 7's...
Ah, so the familiar's here.
Shut up and follow me. Get moving already.
Follow you where?
Do you recall that old oak tree in the center of camp? I'll summon a magic circle by it that will let you travel through the spirit veins.
Yay! Magic teleportation.
You can do that?
It's good to have a witch on hand.
Man, this magic stuff sure is handy.
Take us with you.
You guys.
Hey, all of you.
Don't try to claim this doesn't concern us. Ash is our classmate.
We're worried about Altina too,
Oh,
so
do you
please
think
let us
Crow
go
is
with
behind,
you.
was under a curse? I hope not. I mean, as much as I didn't like his motivation, at least it would have been his motivation.
Come to think of it, this totally falls under our special ops missions, right?
So the part where you're taking your own initiative rather than being asked to do it by...
All right. Class 7, resume special ops
by
missions.
others. Yes.
Yes, sir!
I don't care which of you tags along, let's just go already.
I need all of you to be careful.
If things get dangerous, give us a call.
If you're going to go, at least make sure you're fully prepared.
May Adios watch over you. Take care.
Final chapter. For whom the bell tolls. Tree. That's a big old tree? Is that an oak tree, though? Check over equipment. Tree. Ooh, hello, droplets. I'm kind of curious now. All of his quote-unquote friends. So he'd willingly do something like assassinate the Emperor. Literature Club. Secrets. She likes to swim. This is a little camera. Oh, yes, he does have a mighty mom. I still don't quite know the full details of the chess thing. Alright, well, we of course have a little more exploration to do. Earlier. Machines. That's about it. So, Schroeder, how's that power of yours treating you lately? Need to rely on it more than ever. There's a chance of you losing control of it again through overuse. Be a taste of that power right here and now. Oh. Risky. I don't feel like excessive. I'll take care of things on that front. Some disruptions. Let's save. Alright, let's requests.
Continue to train hard.
Alright. Sure, let's do this. Even greater heights started. Please tell me what is going on. Just a distraction. I'm Schwarzer here. A lesson. A lesson. All your weapons is prohibited. Appreciate you cutting me some slack. Just by treating a student of the best gives like a dog of cow without any proof whatsoever. you take me any further, then be it here and keep quiet for a while. Pass your signal to your superiors. I mean, it would be amazingly easy for Osborne to have easily said, like, basically said that Ash totally said he was doing it for Calvert before he shot the Emperor. I heard it myself, and he would have shot me too if I hadn't have stopped him. I mean, no one in the group would believe that, but the country would easily accepted it. We'll pretend we didn't see anything. Good for you. You don't want to pick a fight with her. Think less around principle. It happens all the time. I don't think people underestimate it. Unleash your full strength. What incredible power.
Now, give it your all.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna do the usual. Oh, wait a minute. Do I already know about Aurelia? Apparently I do.
Form up! Iron Will formation!
She's immune to most things.
I'm up! Let's go!
Well done.
Time sunder.
Let's go!
Ash Immortal leaves.
My mind is clear. My blade empty. Now! 7 slash! Shredded leaves!
It's so much more impressive when he does it like that. 30k.
I'm up!
Well done. Interesting.
Military might. Her stats went up too.
It's my turn.
Well done. Show me you can withstand.
I can still fight.
Ooh, that hurt. Let's use. Hold on.
Arcus, activate. Yeah. I'm up. Form up. Iron Will formation. Let's go.
We're back to full health.
Let's go.
Well done. Turn to dust. Prismatic flame.
Ah, you missed.
It's my turn.
Well done.
And this should end it.
Well done.
For everyone's sake, I can't afford to lose. All right, got it.
Go me. Pat pat. I managed. This is your power. I have withstood it. To be fair, Aurelia, technically, she's completely normal. Technically. It looks like even I'm no match for you, Princess Aurelia. Was she still holding back with that implication? So what exactly is true greatness? Viscount, say mentioned something about it. Milestone or goal that all Martians strive to reach. The power to grasp the true nature of... Oh, that's, Cassius has that. I believe Principal Aurelia has already attained such standing. So you'll be able to see the light no matter how difficult the situation. Alright. Gold Dragon. Ten turns, 50% more critical. And insight for 2 turns. Ooh. Alright, well, we'll finish exploring the camp next time, of course. Thank you for watching, everyone. What interesting revelations these are indeed. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.